Hello viewers, how are you? Welcome to my channel Physics with Rams. So today we are going to discuss about pulley block system. Before going to start this topic, remember don't forget to watch my previous videos. And if you press the button I on top of the screen, so you can find the link of previous videos. Let's start this topic. In order to discuss this topic, here we require a pulley as well as two blocks of masses m1 and m2. Here we consider that mass m2 is greater than m1, as well as a string in order to attach these two masses. Here we consider this string as a massless. So here we consider the pulley as a frictionless. Now I am going to hang this string and the pulley to a rigid support. Now observe this, I had fixed the pulley to a rigid support and I placed the string on this pulley. Now I am going to attach the masses m1 and m2. Now as you observe that since the mass is attached to this string, here weight of this mass m1 acts in the downward direction, as well as the weight of this mass to m2 acts in the downward direction. Due to this weight, tension acts in the upward direction in both cases. Now observe that here m2 is greater than m1, mass m2 is greater than m1. So due to this reason, since the mass m2 is greater than m1, acceleration of the body, second body will be in the downward direction, whereas acceleration of the first body will be in the upward direction. Based on this diagram, now we have to represent the common acceleration of this system as well as a tension acting in the string based on these two masses. So let us find out the acceleration, common acceleration. In order to find this, first of all we consider this mass m1. As we consider mass m1, weight acts in the downward direction as well as tension acts in the upward direction. Whereas observe that here the body is moving in the upward direction with the acceleration a. So based on that, here we can represent that tension is greater than weight. So based on that we can represent it as T1 minus m1g is equals to m1 into a. Since body is moving in the upward direction with the acceleration a, here we can consider that tension is greater than weight. Whereas in the second case, here we consider m2. Since the body is moving in the downward direction with the acceleration a, we consider that weight is greater than tension. m2g is greater than tension. So based on that we can represent it as m2g minus t is equals to m2 into a. Now from this here we can represent that t is equals to m1g plus m1a. So we have to substitute this equation in this equation. So as we substitute here, we have m2g minus m1g minus m1 into a is equals to m2 into a. Now send this m1 into a towards this side. So observe this, m2 into g minus m1 into g. We can take a g as common, then we can represent it as m2 minus m1 into g is equals to, here as we bring this towards the side it becomes plus, so we can take a as common, then we have m1 plus m2 into a. From this the acceleration of the pulley block system is given as m2 minus m1 into g by m1 plus m2. So this represents acceleration of the pulley block system, common acceleration. Take a screenshot, we will find the tension of this pulley block system. Now I have to derive the equation for tension. So in order to derive this tension, previously we had seen that T is equals to m1g plus m1a. Now we had derived a is equals to m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. We have to substitute this value in this equation. As we substitute this value in this equation, here we will get the value of tension. Let us substitute this. Observe that m1 into g plus m1 into m2 minus m1 into g by m1 plus m2. So I had substituted the value of a in this equation. So let's do LCM. Then we have m1 into m1 plus m2 into g plus m1 into m2 minus m1 into g by m1 plus m2. m1 plus m2. Observe that m1 into m1 square into g, which is equals to m1 square into g, and here observe that m1 into m2 into g, m1 into m2 into g plus m1 into m2, nothing but m1 m2 into g minus m1 into m1, m1 square into g by m1 plus m2. So here observe that m1 square g gets cancelled. Observe this m1 m2 into g plus m1 m2 into g. We can represent it as 2 m1 m2 into g by m1 plus m2. So this represents the tension in the string due to masses m1 and m2. So we had a derived acceleration, common acceleration of the pulley block system as a equals to m2 minus m1 by m1 plus m2 into g, as well as the tension as t equals to 2 m1 m2 into g by m1 plus m2. So in the case of common acceleration, here we represent acceleration a is equals to net force acting on the system by total mass of the system. Total mass of the system. We can apply this case. So based on this, here we had represented that acceleration of the pulley block system is equals to net force acting of the system by total mass of the system. So here based on this equation, we can find the acceleration of the pulley block system in any case. Either here we can have 2 blocks or 3 blocks, 4 blocks or 5 blocks. It might be number of blocks. We just we can substitute the values in this equation by finding the net force acting on the system as well as the total mass of the blocks, and we can derive the common acceleration. Take a screenshot, we will continue. So let's solve a problem based on this pulley block system, and this problem is being asked in NEET 2015 paper 1. So let's see the problem. A block of mass m1 rests on a horizontal table. Observe this, a block of mass m1 is resting on a horizontal table. A light string connected to it passes over frictionless pulley. The string is being hanged over the frictionless pulley of the table, and from its other end another block of mass m2 is suspended. So to the other end of the string, mass m2 is being suspended over the pulley. The coefficient of kinetic friction between the block and the table is mu suffix k. So here observe that since the block is placed on the horizontal table, the frictional force, kinetic frictional force acting between the table and the block is F, where F is equals to mu suffix k into mass m1 into g. This is the frictional force acting in the block in opposite direction when the block sliding on the table. So as the block starts sliding on the table, the tension in the string is. Now we have to find the tension as the block is moving in this direction with a particular acceleration. Here this block m2 moves in the downward direction with a acceleration a. Now here as you observe that since the block is moving in this direction, the tension will be acting in this direction, whereas coming to the case of this block, the tension will be acting in the upward direction. Now we have to represent the equations in order to find the acceleration, common acceleration. Let us consider this block. So here as you consider the block m1, observe this weight of this block acts in the downward direction, whereas here normal reaction acts in the upward direction. Observe this frictional force is acting in this direction, where it is being represented as F is equals to mu suffix k m1 into g, and here the tension is acting in this direction. So observe that the block is moving in this direction with an acceleration a. Now let us represent the common equation. Observe this here, since the block is moving in this direction, we can represent that the tension is greater than the frictional force. That's why the block is moving in the horizontal direction. So based on that, we can represent it as T minus mu suffix k m1 g is equals to m1 into a. Mu suffix k m1 into g equals m1 into a. Now consider the second block. Observe that here the weight is acting in the downward direction. As you consider the second block m2, the weight is acting in the downward direction, and here the tension is acting in the upward direction. And observe that the block is moving in the downward direction with an acceleration a. So based on that, here we can represent that weight is greater than tension. Weight is greater than tension. So based on that, here we can represent the equation as m2 g minus t is equals to m2 into a. Here we substitute the value of t from this equation in this equation. So let us write t is equals to mu suffix k m1 into g plus t equals to mu suffix k m1 into g plus m1 into a. Now let us substitute this value in this equation. As we substitute here, we have m suffix 2 into g minus mu suffix k m1 into g minus m1 into a is equals to m2 into a. Let's bring this m1 into a towards this side. Then here we can take a g as common. Observe that m2 minus mu suffix k m1 into g is equals to m1 plus m2 into a. From this the common acceleration can be given as a equals to m2 minus mu suffix k m1 into g by m1 plus m2. This represents the common acceleration of this block system, pulley block system. Now we have to find tension. Why? Because here he had asked a tension. So in order to find this tension, let us substitute the value of a in this equation. As we substitute here, then we can represent it as t is equals to mu suffix k m1 into g plus m1 into, observe this, m2 minus mu suffix k m1 by m1 plus m2 into g. So here let's do the LCM. Then we have tension T is equals to mu suffix k m1 into m1 plus m2 into g plus m1 into m2 minus mu suffix k m1 into m2 into g whole by m1 plus m2. So let's split this. Then we have m1 into m1 square. Here we have to represent m1 square. Then here observe that m1 square mu suffix k into g plus mu suffix k m1 m2 into g plus m1 m2 into g minus mu suffix k m1 square into g by m1 plus m2. So as you observe that here mu suffix k m1 square into g gets cancelled. So as you observe that here we have m1 into m2 into g as common. So if we take a m1 into m2 g as common, then we have 1 plus mu suffix k into m1 m2 into g by m1 plus m2. This represents the tension in this pulley block system. Take a screenshot, we will continue. Now we are going to solve another problem based on this pulley block system. Observe this, figure shows 3 blocks of mass m each hanging on a string passing over a pulley. So here we had considered a pulley which is frictionless, and here 3 masses are being hanging, whereas mass of the first block is m, mass of the second block is m, and mass of the third block is m. Calculate the tension in the string connecting A to B. So in between A and B we have to find the tension, as well as in between B and C we have to find the tension. So here observe that since the mass of the block A is m, the weight will be acting in the downward direction, and here tension will be acting in the upward direction, T1. And observe that mass of the second block B is mg, which acts in the downward direction, and it is being balanced by tension T1. Observe the third block. Weight due to block C is acting in the downward direction, whereas tension will be acting T2 in the upward direction. So first of all we have to find the acceleration, common acceleration. Observe that here weight mg plus mg is acting in this direction. So here the force due to masses m and m of blocks B and C is 2 mg, and the force due to block A is mg. So based on that, here the common acceleration is given as net force by total mass. Why? Because we have to find the common acceleration. Here observe that the net force is given as mg plus mg is nothing but 2 mg minus, since it is in opposite direction, minus mg. So here the net force is mg. Now the total mass is m plus nothing but 3m. So based on that, the common acceleration can be given as mg by 3m. So here m gets cancelled and we get a equals g by 3 meter per second square. So now we had derived common acceleration. Now we have to find the value of tension T1 as well as T2. So in order to find the T1, we consider the block A. Observe that here as we consider the block A, the weight is acting in the downward direction and it is being balanced by tension T1. And here the block is moving in the upward direction with the acceleration A. So based on that, here we can represent that the tension T1 is greater than weight. So T1 minus mg is equals to ma. So from this T1 is equals to mg plus ma. And observe that A is equals to g by 3. So here if I substitute A equals to g by 3, mg plus mg by 3. So as we do LCM by taking mg as common, 1 plus 1 by 3, nothing but 4 by 3, 4 by 3 mg. So this represents tension T1. Now we have to find tension T2. So in order to find the tension T2, we consider the block C. So I am going to consider the block C. Observe this, weight is acting in the downward direction and T2 is acting in the upward direction, and the block is moving in the downward direction with the acceleration A. Since the block is moving in the downward direction, here we consider weight is greater than tension. So based on that, we can represent that mg minus T2 is equals to MA. From this here we have T2 is equals to mg minus ma, where a equals g by 3. So here as we substitute here we have mg into 1 minus 1 by 3. So here we get a 2 by 3 of mg. This represents a tension T2. So here we had a derived tension T1 as well as T2. Take a screenshot, we will continue. The next problem is 3 blocks A, B and C of masses 4 kg, 2 kg and 1 kg respectively are in a contact on a frictionless surface. Since the blocks are placed on the frictionless surface, here we consider mu equals to 0. If a force of 14 Newton is applied on 4 kg block, then the contact force between A and B. So now we have to find the contact force between A and B. So here the force applied on the block A is F equals to 14 Newton. So now we have to find the common acceleration of these blocks which are moving in the forward direction. And we know that acceleration is given as A equals to net force by total mass. So here the net force is 14 Newton as well as the total mass is 4 plus 2. 6 plus 1 7. So based on that we can substitute 7 to 14. So here the common acceleration of the 3 blocks is 2 meter per second square. Now we have to represent the contact force acting between the block A and B, whereas the contact force is given as acceleration of the system into mass of remaining blocks. Mass of remaining blocks. So based on that, here we have to find the contact force between A and B. So we will neglect a 4 kg block. So the mass of the remaining blocks is 2 plus 1, nothing but 3. And here the acceleration is 2. 2 into mass of the remaining 2 blocks is 2 plus 1, which is equals to 2 into 3, which is equals to 6 Newton. So the contact force between A and B is 6 Newton. In the same way, if the contact force between B and C is asked, then here we can represent it as acceleration is 2 into the remaining mass is 1 kg. 1, then here we can represent it as 2 Newton. So the contact force between 2 kg and 1 kg is 2 Newton, and the contact force between 4 kg and 2 kg is 6 Newton. Take a screenshot. I hope that you had enjoyed my video. Please give a like to this video, share this video to your friends, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you.